Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is just my weekly what I've been warming. Now I did a dedicated video on the 10 new releases that are coming out with Scentsy's new fall winter catalog on September the 1st. I do have sprinkled into this video, which is a mixture of warming, a lot of Scentsy, some Teddy Bees, those scents that were in my warmers the longest that were a part of all of my melting scheme. I've got those represented here, but all 10 are in the other video, so go and watch that so that you are ready to have informed purchasing decisions for September the 1st. Anyway, let's just start with the very first thing that was in my warmers this week that was so nice, and that is Hemingway from Scentsy. This is one of my favorite bars for early fall. It has beautiful, juicy, red, delicious apple. And it's got enough wood to still be a fall scent, but enough warmth from the spice and just some manliness to be just a pleasant any time of the year smell. It's a good strong throw. We've had it recently in Bring Back My Bar, and it's great. And at the same time, I think I was doing some more of this Lord of the Rings bar, which I definitely talked about last week. This is so nice. It has a late summer, little bit of woodiness. It's got meadow flowers. It's got some trees. It's just really, really good, guys. Early fall, late summer, foresty, meadow, woodland goodness. Beautiful, and it's great with Hemingway. So then the next thing that I have here as far as a consideration, this was so much fun. We had some people over one night last week for entertaining, and I had put in the gingerbread pecan waffles that is completely a home run for me as far as the new ones with Scentsy's 10 new releases. And another home run is the amber vanilla. So that other video will give you the long story and my thoughts on all of them, but they're both just delicious. The vanilla and amber in this vanilla amber gives it buttercream with warmth and depth and interest. You get a little bit of the rum, lots of that amber, and lots of buttercreamy goodness. And then the gingerbread pecan waffles is like stroopwafel delight, but lighter. Quite a bit lighter, but you still truly get that wonderful waffly goodness. And then you get a little bit of the pecans, a tiny bit of the molasses, and just some warmth as far as spices. Nothing super cinnamony red hot or anything, just a really good bar. And if you miss the characteristics of Stroopwafel Delight, but you don't want it to just blow you out of the house, because Stroopwafel Delight is very much like Bath & Body Works pumpkin pecan waffles. Something that's a little bit more tasteful that everyone will love. I think this is your bar. It was amazing. So then another day, this was so much fun. One of my favorite scents of all time is Autumn from Bath & Body Works. It's a classic candle. I don't see it as much as I see their Leaves candle though, so over the years I've worried that maybe Autumn will go away. And I wanted another version of that specifically in a wax melt. So I had been gifted, and it was wonderful. A friend of a friend sent me a lovely box of wax in just a little friend mail thing last year. And her name is Becky. She sent me a souffle of Salem from Teddy Bees. I knew when I opened this bag, this was truly the closest thing I've smelled in wax to Autumn as a candle. And this says Gala apples, Fraser fir, figs, mahogany, and cedarwood. This is so good, you guys. Oh, and it's got that perfect, truly so close to Autumn. It may not be a dupe, but it's close enough that it's just spot on for me. This beautiful early fall, sweet, woodsy, appley freshness. So at the same time that I was doing that, I did some Scarlet Sunflower in the dining room, which is a great Scentsy scent that has a little more floral because it definitely smells like sunflowers, and then it has the cranberry and the apple, which went with Salem. And I wanted to be trying out Hay Rides, which was amazing in the front room because this has the cedar and the apple and the hay. So my younger daughter put it well. She said Hay Rides smells like an autumn day in the house, and Salem smells like an autumn day out of the house, but they're very complementary and have a lot of similar notes. But this Salem, what was so neat is that I had wanted to melt this, but anytime that you know you can't get any more, you're a little bit hesitant, right? And I didn't even buy this. It was such a sweet gift from someone that I was just saving it for fall. Well, when the RTS list came out, Salem was in the things that Tiffany had poured just a little bit of. You know how this goes. You're not sure if you're going to get it. I went in and very quickly got 2 of these with one more thing, and I got out. And this, I'm getting 2 tubs of, you guys. I also got the nog and spiced croissants or spiced snickerdoodles. And then I went and got some loaves and stuff after that. But that very first order, I'm getting 2 of this in the mail, and I'm so excited because this is really, really good. If autumn is one of your all-time favorite scents, which it is for me. And Autumn Road Trip by Scentsy is another good comparison, but this is the closest thing. And oh my gosh, with these other bars, even though it's only August, I felt like it was the end of September. My house was just glorious. You know how there are certain combinations of scent where it just makes you so happy? This is one of those for me. It was great. So then, I'll just say this in isolated sadness. The Bear and the Maiden Fair. When I picked this up, I wasn't sure if I'd like it. I'm not even going to tell you what I thought of it. I put this in the warmers in the back room just to all right, we will try it. I know I can throw this in the back of my cupboard where the sun don't shine and I can figure out if it's better in a year. But Greg came in and he said, what in the world in this house smells like old folks' home? So I went and I immediately pulled this. I didn't even tell him what it was. So unfortunately for me, this is the very first thing with Teddy Bees where it isn't even that I'm not sure about it. I really don't like this. This is supposed to be warm cupcakes, I can't talk today either, vanilla bourbon, buttercream, drizzle of honey, cream cheese, Palo Santo, and fire roasted marshmallows, but it just has an off-putting sour smell for me that, I don't know. So like I said, I'm going to throw this where the sun don't shine for a while, and maybe in a year I'll try it again, but that is definitely a no as far as getting any more ever. So then one of the best things that I got in my pre-order are these 2, which are somewhat different but somewhat similar, so I wanted to talk about them to compare them to each other. And one of my daughters is going to come in from her lunch break. So this is called The Long Night. My older daughter loved this, and I am hoping to be able to get some more. I did get a little bit in the RTS, but maybe down the road in some other ways get some more too. This is cocoa butter, cashmere, tonka, oud wood, and marshmallow fireside. And it is so, so good. It's warm and rich. This is a melt it in the dark night of winter kind of scent because it will also give you, just come in, it will also give you, older daughter's on her lunch break from the bank. It will give you something that will make you feel like you've got a giant cashmere blanket on and you're sitting by a roaring fire. And it doesn't smell like that. It just makes your heart feel happy that way. I love this. The oud wood, the marshmallow fireside, and the tonka gives you a deep, rich vanilla, but heavy. And then the cashmere and the cocoa butter give you the cuddle factor. And yet it's still very sophisticated and dark and swanky too. Oh my gosh. Loved this. Good performer too. But the other one, which if I had to choose between the 2, I like this even better, is Khaleesi. So the things that some people probably don't like, there's a heaviness in the Long Night. This is just sophistication. This is Palo Santo, tonka bean, and oud wood, warm vanilla sugar, and fireside. And you guys, this is a long-lasting. Both of these are very long-lasting. Great throw. The warm vanilla sugar is so sweet. The oud wood is so warm. The tonka bean is so rich. I don't even have enough superlative adjectives. This was fabulous. Landed a loaf in the RTS. It's so good. Oh my gosh. So then the day after that, I wanted to do the smoky stuff. So I put Around the Campfire from Scentsy in most of the house. And I just love this. It is warm. It's got real depth. It has sweetness of the sap. Good, very charred, embery smoke. It's just a great bar. I wanted to compare that to the Ghosts of Harrenhal that I got that has all this incense and resin and leather and guaiac wood and all this, because this is cold. This is a cold, dramatic, dark night in a cathedral smell. And it's just fantastic, but it is cold. So I will melt this and enjoy it, but it's not the sort of thing where I'm going to need more of it because I really thought, I didn't melt this, but I wanted to give you guys this comparison, okay? The Ghost of Harrenhal feels very town, and Jack's feels very country. It's like the town and country version of super mysterious, smoky, deep, sophisticated scents. So Jack's is wet autumn leaves, moss-covered oak, cedar wood, hinoki smoke, and the smoke is lingering off in the distance. It's hard to read this tiny print on these things. So this has the outdoorsy, earthy leaves and hinoki smoke, but the smoky, deep quality that both of these share. Yeah, this has the wood. This is far more polished, but these two, I am going to be melting these on the same day. fantastic and similar. So if I didn't have Jacks, I probably would have gotten another tub of Ghosts of Harrenhal, but they will fit the same mood. It's just, do you want to go into town or do you want to go out into the country? Next one that I've got for comparison, this is what I'm actually doing today, and I just hop all over the place when it comes to who, what, when, and where I'm melting. I just get them on the table and make sure I talk about them. The Alpine Escape, which is one of our 10 new releases, and the Endor Forest Bar, I wanted to see how different they are. They're not that much different. Personally, I like the Forest Bar because this has more warmth from the trees. This one, to me, is an all-year tree scent if you're a tree lover. Doesn't really smell specifically Christmassy, but it's got a little bit of eucalyptus, and I love this. It's in my club. Very similar is this Alpine Escape, but I feel like this with the mint, and it's a little bit more that spruce and balsam. Of course, it's more winter, but I really prefer the Endor Forest. They're very similar. And then right here in the front room, I'm doing some of the balsam and blooms that I just got. Oh, is this beautiful? And I think this is the first time I can smell Beach Nights for itself. I think that's because I'm already very familiar with vanilla balsam, and this is elegant and lovely, much lighter than the two I just talked about, but this is it's like sort of you took your tree to the beach. I don't know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's light and happy, but you get a little bit of that vanilla balsam. I don't really get the florals or the sandalwood, and I get the Beach Nights. It's gorgeous. I see why people lose their minds over this. I was going to be good and put this away for next year, but I'm probably going to melt part of this in August and September because it's really what I wanted. I wanted this for early fall. It's great, you guys. It's so beautiful. It gives you a little bit of that Christmas tree, but lots of summertime too. It meets in the middle as a fall scent. So good. Okay, what's next? Which way are we going to go? All right, we're going to go this way. The very first order I ever placed with Teddy Bees last August, I got Patisserie in NYC. I've loved this the entire time because I am a really, really diehard almond croissant fan with Scentsy. And this is so much like that, but it's got the creamy, powdery, fluffy part of the croissant instead of the almond. So this is warm donuts, fresh baked bread, cream-filled cronuts, and vanilla oat milk. Oh my gosh, I want another loaf of this. I don't know when Tiffany will pour this again, but you guys, love it. I loved it the first time I melted it. And I just got Frankish Princess in my pre-order. So this is warm donuts, baked bread, powdered sugar, and a touch of spice blended with butter pecan, waffles, blackberry jam, and butter cookies. And these two together. If you are an addict of all things that smell warm, gooey bakery, and then the fluffy croissant thing, and then you add that wonderful blackberry jam kind of thing. It was so good. So I enjoyed that day very, very much. Then I don't know when I was doing Beach Bronze, but I had to figure out, is this like Vanilla Waves? And that's what I'm missing. I'm missing my clam of Vanilla Waves. I used a little bit of Vanilla Waves a couple times this last week to compare it to other things. The Beach Bronze is lighter. Vanilla Waves is dense, super heavy, lasts for days. This is ribbons of caramel and honey, sensual vanilla cream, salty driftwood, toasted vanilla, hints of smoked marshmallow fluff. It's all of those things. It's very nice. And if you just think Vanilla Waves is way too sickeningly sweet, but you like the idea of it, this is perfect. Because it's basically just Vanilla Waves light. It is very similar, but it doesn't have that thick stickiness that just lasts in your house like the Scentsy one. But it's good. It's a pretty good dupe if you just cannot get Vanilla Waves from anybody and you were able to order that this last cycle of pre-order RTS. Okay. And then here is what I was doing yesterday, because this isn't anything new, but last year I got Vanilla Pumpkin and Cashmere in either the first or second order from Teddy Bees that I'd ever done. This is so nice. I would really like to see this back, actually. I want a loaf. This is Vanilla Pumpkin, Marshmallow Fluff, Cashmere Cream, and Vanilla Birch. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite scents of the things I've experienced from Teddy Bees in my first year. Pumpkin Cashmere from Scentsy is the perfect complement because this is just a little bit warmer. It's heavier on the Scentsy style Happy Fall Pumpkin. And there's a little bit of Nutty Acorn in here. Oh, you guys, it was so good. Even though I'm kind of pushing what I would consider a September melt, I wanted to melt it. It was fabulous. Okay, now we're down to the bedroom stuff and the basement stuff. So in the basement, I also did Balsam Spice, but that was just for the review. I let the Leaves in Lavender go down there for quite a while, though, because my husband fell in love with this. This and the brown butter pumpkin. This one's probably going to be the most appealing though. The best scent. And the brown butter pumpkin is my personal favorite, but I think this is the best scent from our 10 new releases. Get some. Leaves and lavender. It smells sort of like leaves from Bath & Body Works. Warmer when you put it in the warmer, as in the scent gets warmer. It doesn't have as much of the coolness that the lavender gives it on cold. So amazing. My husband was blown away by that. He had to come wake me up and tell me how good it was, which that's saying a lot. I put Graduation down there because I just wanted a low-key suede and apple scent for a couple days. This is long gone out of getting it out of clearance and Scentsy, but it's good. Today, as I was sorting a lot of my tubs and trying to get all of my Scentsy stuff in one place and then put my Teddy Bees more according, now that I've got more of it, getting it according to season, I found this Boardwalk Circus, which was another one of the first things I bought last year. And it's nothing but just buttercream on steroids with butter. It's nice. Probably will never get it again, though. Signature sugar cookies, marshmallow and magnolia, and marshmallow clouds. It's just like creamy butter. Really good. My younger daughter has a cube of honey pear cider going. This is her favorite. Light, lovely, juicy pear cider. White peach and cranberry was going in my bedroom for a couple days. This is also in my 10 new release review. It's very nice, juicy and fruity. One of a kind oak, my favorite thing that I melted both in the back room and in the bedroom. This is the most beautiful vanilla with macadamia nuts. I didn't get more in the RTS because I am finding that I'm probably only going to melt this in my bedroom, and this is plenty. Baked waffle cone, caramelized vanilla, toasted macadamia, brown butter cookie dough, vanilla extract. Fantastic. And that is everything that I have. Are you guys excited for the Gordy Goodness collection that just released as I'm filming this? And what are you plotting to order September 1st from the Scentsy new releases? And go check out that other video, like I said, to get all my thoughts on that. Have a great day, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.